tenkte, kan du hjelpe meg med ting?
Nå?
Bare bak her. Hæ?
Nå?
Bare, jeg er litt stresset. Slå meg da.
Nora.
Bare et klaps. Jeg må komme meg ut av det.
Nei.
Ja, men jeg kommer meg ikke på scenen. Jeg kommer meg ikke på scenen.
Går det bra? Ja. Faen, altså.
I think that I've been very curious to explore since my first film how to use the cinematic language to get into the minds of the characters, to show their inner life visually.
Sitting in the back seat of my car with my arms around my guitar.
I love human stories, characters' lives in a state of transition. The conflict is very often internal. And then in cinema, how do you show the inside of the person?
The camera's here, on her. And this is crucial.
I'm interested philosophically in the idea of place. The right kind of environments can open up a sense of interpretation and space for emotions. It's the spatial condensation of something about that vibey feeling of a space and the human experience in that space. It's something human that we can interpret. We can feel the truth of it. So there must be a way to use this specifically to open up the different modes of communication between people.
Da, 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 da.
Sentimental Value is about two sisters who are in their 30s, and after their mother passes away, they're kind of trying to deal with why they perceive their family so differently. And then when Gustav Borg, their kind of absent father, who's been a famous film director, shows up, a lot of strange things come up.
Vi behöver prata med sig i stan.
They try to talk about it in the cafe, but then
Vi kommer ikke til å jobbe sammen, pappa. Vi kan jo ikke snakke sammen en gang.
there must be a way to communicate emotionally. And the childhood home becomes a stage. I think anyone who's lived for a longer period of time, particularly in childhood, in a place, a house or an apartment, you have an understanding that the same spaces will be colored with such different emotional experiences. If you imagine for a second the entry space, the entry door of that childhood place, and you stop for a second and you see that space in front of you, and you imagine it's winter, and then you swap to summer, and then you walked in once you were heartbroken, and then you walked in when you were in love, and like you realize suddenly that we all have these unconscious arenas or stages for the drama, the small and the big, and the unimportant and the important moments. Gustav Borg is a complicated father. Because he's an artist, he has two languages, you know? Even though he's so clumsy with his social language, he's so emotionally attached and capable in his creative language.
Shit, er ikke det den der Rachel Kemp?
He's trying to reconcile through writing this script.
Hallo, du, Nora. Du, nå.
Whereas you see the clear denial of Nora to enter into that. I think that Agnes, the youngest one, is imagining that there'll be this beautiful moment when they talk through the things away from the house. They try to communicate with each other.
Hei, pappa.
Hej.
So they get into this like half-aggressive comedic banter with each other.
Ni två är ju det bästa som har hänt mig.
Beste som har skjedd deg? Skulle vært der litt mer, da.
Här i familjen är alla arga på pappa.
Hei. Hei. So nice to meet you.
In the theater where Nora's character works, Rachel Kemp explains the history,
I can't get a handle on her, you know?
the generational trauma between children and parents.
It's like her sadness is... It's such an overwhelming part of her.
right here. Nora begins to understand.
I can't tell if that's just the cause of everything, or is it, I don't know, a symptom of something deeper.
So the two sisters have read the script together. Then they're kind of reconciling the fact that maybe the father, who's such a difficult person, have seen Nora a bit more through writing this script. They can go back to the house, starting the process of reconciliation. It's a strange interplay that I learned from actors between the sort of the unspokenness of emotionality that we all carry from personal places, but you strangely transform it into fiction. Actors find that strange place between ourselves and a character that is not ourselves. You actually become the character and not at the same time.
My question is for Elle Fanning about the language, because I suppose you don't speak Swedish or Norwegian.
Yes, well,
Congratulations.
didn't you hear my Norwegian accent? It was like, and Joachim, I mean, he works with his family, like in a sense, his family and his friends, and everyone was just so kind and welcoming.
Another question for Rachel Kemp. So, how do you like Norway?
Oh, I love Norway. It's beautiful. The people are very friendly. It's been very welcoming.
Towards the end of the film, the two sisters are together in Nora's apartment, and they're kind of reconciling, and they're talking about how come we turned out so different.
Hvordan ble du en så bra person med den oppveksten vår?
And Agnes says,
Det en ganske stor forskjell på hvordan vi to vokste opp da. Ja, du og deg.
all of that is written. Because I was next to the camera at that moment. I was weeping with them because you feel the intimacy of the moment. I said to Agnes or Inga, just get into bed and hug her. And they hug, and the camera moves back. And she says,
Jeg elsker deg.
and the older sister says, which is perfect, she says,
Jeg elsker deg.
this is improvised. Just like the character would have said it. The caution of saying such a kind of tender and honest thing. Like an actor and character exist together.
Det jeg liker best med det nok det der å bygge en karakter og liksom gå inn I perspektivet eller inn I følelsene gjennom å spille en annen da. Som jeg tror kanskje gjør det tryggere for meg å føle på egne ting da.
I saw a dream last night, bright like a falling star, and the sources of light seem so near.
I find that the question of being so close to someone, as you are as a viewer when you see those intense, intimate close-ups, you release your gaze from the social. When you look at someone in a conversation, you can't look at them like you can in cinema. You're not allowed to stare that way. The cinematic language somehow gets us closer to people than we can in our everyday social life. In movies, we're allowed to really look at others, in an intimate space. But that's what we do when we make movies, I think, is to play with space like that. You create a space where you can make a journey with a character and sort of experience a variety of emotions that's not so easy to talk about, that we don't have a language for.
Are you sure it works doing this in English?
To watch films from different time periods and different cultures always gives you inspiration to grow, to feel empathy and to change. So, leave space.
Hon var den vackraste kvinnan jag sett, så alltså fick jag reda på att hon arbetar som psykolog och fick era psykiska problem.